Want a bike that looks like a Fireblade, rides like a dream and won't empty your save account? This is the 2022 Honda CBR500r. I've got the 2023 model, a fully fared sports bike that's practical, reliable and perfectly A2 legal here in the UK. But is it just a starter bike? Or could this be the only motorcycle you will ever need? Let's break this down. Okay, so first impressions and design. Please do forgive me for not standing and walking around the bike. I was finding it a little bit difficult finding a nice quiet place whereby I wouldn't be interrupted or looked at, or just end up talking to myself whilst looking at the bike. So if you don't mind, we're just going to do a review of me sitting on the bike. Now, as far as the design is concerned, you've got different colour options. This is the Grand Prix Red. You can also have it in matte gunpowder black here in the UK, or pearl smoky grey. So it looks fast even when standing still. The CBR500r takes clear design cues from the Honda's litre class Fireblade. It has angular fairings, a raked windscreen, LED lighting all round, and a low slung stance. So it's one of the most mature looking bikes in the A2 class. So whether you're parked outside your local cafe or filtering through your morning traffic, this bike definitely does look the part. Okay, so how does it compare to previous models? Well, now 2022 brought out proper performance boost. We're talking Showa 41mm SSF BP upside down forks. It also has twin front discs with the Nissan radial mount calipers and slightly updated ergonomics. It feels more planted, sharper in corners, and brakes with way more confidence. I mean, when this thing brakes, it'll scare you. These aren't just cosmetic updates, they're real world improvements for riders at every level. So let's look at commuting and city use, because it's also really primarily what I use this motorcycle for. I use it for commuting. So for daily UK commuting, this CBR500r hits a real sweet spot. The clutch is extremely light, the turning circle is manageable, and it filters effortlessly through traffic. Add in Honda's rock solid reliability and great miles per gallon, and you've got a commuter that's as happy on the North Circular as it is zipping through Sheffield's stop-start traffic. So if we now look at the performance and engine character, under the fairings you have 471cc parallel twin, I believe, making about 47 brake horsepower, which is about 43 newton meters of torque. Right at the UK's A2 license limit. So it's smooth, linear engine that's friendly for new riders but still engaging for more experienced ones. There's plenty of usable torque from as low as 3000 RPM, and it loves to rev out without ever feeling stressed. It won't rip your arms off, but it's got more than enough to poke for any type of spirited ride. Alright, let's look at highway and longer rides. Now, on the motorway, it's composed and it is confident. You can cruise at 70-80 miles per hour easy, and you've still got a bit left in the tank for overtakes. So the wind protection for the fairings is decent, especially if you've got the upgraded screen. Now, combine that with a comfortable riding position and great fuel economy, and you've got a genuine weekend tourer as well. So think NC500, Brecon Beacons, or even a Euro trip. The CBR can handle it all. Now, let's talk about comfort, let's talk about miles per gallon, and let's also talk about the range. So, speaking of long rides, comfort is another win. The seat is plush enough for a couple of hours in the saddle, the bars aren't too aggressive, and the pegs are set at a relaxed height. So you're getting about 65 to 70 miles per gallon out of the machine. If I look at my dash right now, it's saying 85 miles per gallon, so I don't actually know if it's lying to me or not, which means the 17 litre tank can take you over 250 miles before needing a fill up. Rumour has it can do 300, but I wouldn't be trying to push it at that level. So that's Birmingham, say, to Edinburgh on a single tank. Now that's not bad for a sports bike. Features of the dash: you get a fully digital LCD display. It's clean, it's very minimal, it's legible even in bright sun. It's got a gear indicator, it's got average miles per gallon, it has a fuel range, and it also has a trip meter. There's no TFT, no Bluetooth, no gimmicks, just useful everyday data that you need. There's also ABS as standard, and a slipper clutch that helps prevent rear wheel lockup on aggressive downshifts. So for this price point, it's all the tech you really need. Moving over to license and insurance, the bike is A2 license legal. It's just perfect for new riders or those working through their progressive license path. Insurance is reasonably too, around £300 to £600 per year, of course, depending on your location and your age. Postcode and security tax, I mean, you know, it just all comes into it. Now, tax is just over £80 a year. And it's ULEZ compliant for London riders, so no extra charges there either. Now, as far as reliability goes, Honda's reputation for reliability, it just holds it right up there. Owners report minimal issues even at 20,000 miles. Service intervals are generous and parts are widely available across the UK. Tyres, chain and oil, that's most of your yearly maintenance in fact, so if you're looking after it, this bike will last years. It's a solid long-term investment. So there's a huge accessories market for the CBR500R. You can go sport, you can go tail tidy, you can have an aftermarket exhaust. I've got a Krapovich on here right now. Practical with heated grips, I've got those as well. You can put a top box on there. I just went for a tail bag, but you can just put panniers on there as well. Now, the UK community is thriving with an active Facebook groups and forums, ride-outs, group buys, track days. This isn't just a bike, it's a gateway into biking culture. So, should you buy the 2022 Honda CBR500R? Now, if you want a sporty, sensible, affordable bike that can do it all, absolutely yes. Whether you're starting your riding journey or looking for a capable daily that won't bore you on your weekends, this bike is proof that middle of the road doesn't have to be boring. Alright, now would I have preferred a Honda CB650R? Absolutely, but I just said to myself, well, in that the scream of that beautiful inline 4 could indeed have got me into trouble. Furthermore, because this is a parallel twin and I primarily use it for commuting, this bike was indeed the better option. And of course, it's also the cheaper option. It's cheaper on insurance. It's far cheaper on fuel as well. For me, it was an absolute no-brainer. Okay. Alright, so if this review has helped you out, hit the like button, subscribe or follow for more honest UK bike reviews, and drop a comment if you've ridden the CBR500R or are thinking of picking one up. I read every comment. Remember, it's not just about the destination, it's also about the journey. This has been Angel Talk. Ride safe and ride smart, and I'll see you in the next one.